Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is um my college experience part two. Let's get right to it. I learned a lot in my first year. I must say, and normally when you go up the ladder, that things get harder as you go along. My second year over, yikes! Oh my goodness me, no, and I after I managed to get to first year and everything. To be honest, I didn't know how I wasn't sure how I'm gonna get to the first year. I didn't even sure I'll get to the finish line, especially the first semester in the first year. My second year over the first semester, shoot! Oh my, this was crazy. A lot happened in my second year. No, what I did not mention was during the first year, my goal is to make friends. My ultimate goal is to get a degree. My second year, I actually added a new goal. So I accomplished the goal, one of my goals in a short amount of time. And I was like, let me add another goal. So my other goal was make a significant mark at Mali College. Okay, this one was crazy as heck. I was on my way to doing this and something went down. So on my way to doing this goal now. Yeah, at Mali College, what I did not mention was that you have, I think, a grade of students where you have presidents, vice presidents, secretary, um, treasurer, you have assistants, you have the sports coordinator, and things like that. So when I ran for one of these, I chose SRO, Student Relations Officer. That's what I chose. Actually, a friend of mine encouraged me to run for one of these positions. She suggested Student Relations Officer. I was like, okay, cool, all right. Now, this will get crazy now. Throughout the entire competition, throughout the nomination, the campaign, and the manifestos and the election days, I was nervous as heck. I was super nervous, especially the nomination one, because I wasn't sure that persons was going to nominate me and everything. But this where I had to me to take my chances. So I took my chances, and you had to get like 25 people first, or 15, 25, somewhere around that range. So surprisingly, and two lecturers. Surprisingly, within a short amount of time, I managed to get persons to nominate me, and I passed, and I make it around. I sent it in, everything. No, some things I told me of a loop where your grades has to be up there and everything. And that's how my grade was during the first year. I was like, oh crap. I wasn't sure I'm gonna get to move on. But I would tell you this, guys, it's really important to have faith, okay, that things will work out. You know? And so um so I got a call and I found out that I could go along with the campaign. I was like, my mom was like, thanks, got you. Thanks. So I went to the campaign. Now this where it is was get complex now. Because you have to bring your posters to send to around persons who and tell them why they need to vote for you and things like that. I would tell you this, it was difficult getting someone to make my poster for me at first. Actually, it was just complicated, man. It was complicated. And somehow I had to think and I'm like think during the moment where I was okay, I made a new friend. For whatever reason, this is where money college is not like high school, because in high school I was having difficulty making friends. But for whatever reason, I'm in college, I'm making friends quick in a short amount of time. You're probably like, how's that possible? So got someone else with my poster, and that happened within a short amount of time. And I passed it around, did my thing. Actually, had to write down some things. When to do the presentation manifesto. Oh, remember that I was nervous for the whole thing? I was so nervous that I wasn't sure if a person heard what I said when I did the manifesto. I wasn't sure. That's how nervous I was, because I really wanted to win badly. To be frank with you, I wanted to win badly. And I was so nervous, I ended up losing my appetite. I'm like, I couldn't eat as much as I wanted until after the competition and everything. Then I started getting back my appetite. God, I was the whole thing to a point where, like I said, I lost my appetite. I'm like, shoot, yeah. And then A lot of things happened, man. So to the manifesto. But prior to that, I realized I was wanting to get somebody, but I knew that I was like, I gotta really get somebody. So, and I'm in my mind, I was like, I just need to have, I just need to really get one person. I just know if it's just me and a person, I would have a chance. That's what I felt at the time. For those two, I was like, okay, 21 females, and I was like, okay. So then I don't know what happened. For whatever reason, I found out I tried to get someone else who I found out just before the manifesto, and it was like, no, something happened, and then so they couldn't really, person couldn't really run for the manifesto couldn't for whatever reason. So I was able to present mine. But like I said, there was a whole thing. Even during the election day, I was just trying to be calm and chill and just hope that this would work out and everything. And by the end of the night, where the result came out, and this is where I felt like my confidence was messed up because I was trying to build my confidence so I could go throughout the first semester and the second year. The courses I was doing at the time was Intro to Psychology. I was doing networking. I heard about the course prior to doing it. I had a lot of courses to do, 6 courses. I'm like, what? But I was like, I'm gonna get with that. And what else was I was doing? I did 6 courses. I don't know a lot of courses in my head right now, but yeah, probably I did other courses as well. Oh yeah, I did. I think I did Web 2, I did Business Law, and those courses with Business Law, yikes! Yeah, it was challenging. There were moments where a few times I got cooked when I was doing Business Law, especially networking. When there were moments where things were not flowing, and I was like, if I win that competition I talk about, then my car will go up the roof, and then hopefully I can get through the semester. So I ended up losing the competition. Actually, the positive thing I can say is me and the person got over 100 votes. You know, I lost my double figures, but I got over 100 votes regardless. So, and after my whole thing, I was disappointed. I was like, and another course I was doing is Intro to Management as well. I had that course with carrying the next day after this whole thing happened. So I had to carry a coursework. And, and I had to use Turnitin too. So that's another thing. Yikes. So another course I was doing is Intro to Mobile App Development. I don't remember the courses I'm doing now. I did 6 of them. So, and and I was like, what? I didn't know how I did it, but I just like, I have to carry this coursework. So my confidence was messed up at that time. And I was like, after losing that competition, for the SRO, it was high stakes. And I was like in my mind, I have to win. There's no assist and nothing. So I have to win. And for me to lose, oh, yeah, it messed me up, man. I don't know how I got through it, but somehow I managed to get through it. I would say this, having friends that encourages you, especially when you're going through hard times, just work out for a long way. Because I got some encouragement in the aftermath of the whole thing. And someone able to get through it because of it. And I learned about opportunities and that sometimes missing opportunity is an opportunity for you to get a bigger opportunity than the opportunity you currently have. So I learned that. So from that, I was like, I said that to my mind. And I felt like I messed up the manifesto. So I was like, the next time I get the opportunity, I'm going to make sure nail it on its head. And things like that. So, um, you know, after I would say this, everything was crazy. The course we're to talk about now. So I did 2 tries in the Turnitin. And I was like, okay, whatever it is, I would say this. I found myself, I was determined, my determination went up. Because I was like, I'm going to carry this coursework one way or another. With or without Turnitin, it doesn't matter. I'm going to carry this coursework in. And that's why that scenario, that my final try. And when I was using Turnitin, the course I do the same day. The same day as you do that for the same day. And I did 2 tries and ended up getting the requirement for the Turnitin percentages, similar percentage that is. So I got that coursework done. this networking coursework individual, this one was challenging to a point where I was like, my head was hurting me. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, how am I don't know, man. I I don't know how I had got through that first semester. That first semester was crazy. Long story short of the first semester in the second year, I ended up passing all my courses them, just like I did in my first year. Passed all my courses, second semester. And so, second semester no, no, this one was even crazier. So I'm doing courses like Spanish. I never thought I'd do Spanish again, but that came in front of me. I did introduction to computer security. What else was? I was doing small business management. I was doing business system analysis. About 4 or 5 courses I was doing at the time. So no, remember earlier I talked about that I felt like I missed. So prior to getting the opportunity down the line in April of last year, things were not flowing. I was frustrated like crazy, and I felt as if I just yeah, I had mixed emotions. Put it that way. So I ended up surprisingly, and I believe this was God's doing. It was God's doing. That's what I believe. I believe it was God's doing. So I ended up getting an opportunity to do a radio interview. So I had to choose do it live or pre-record it. Knowing how brave I am and confident I am, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it live. And I would tell you that for sure I was nervous when I was doing it, but once again, I would tell you this, and long story short, I did that interview in his head. I made a couple of mistakes, but not much. I was nailing it for the most part. The center, I mean, it's one thing to make a significant one time, because I was like, okay, can I make another mark again? Got the center, ready interview. I ended up doing it again, just to show that the first one wasn't a bluff. And long story short, all these courses I'm talking about, I actually did well in my course. I got A's and B's in the second semester, my second year. So it's like my first year, my second year, I passed every single courses, the different unit. I was like, I mean, that moment I said to myself, look, it doesn't matter the difficulties I face. Somehow, I'm going to dig down deep. And if I dig down, and one thing I would tell you this, unlike high school, college will make you dig down deeper than normal. Than normal and everything. So I would say this, it doesn't matter the struggles that you face and what you're going through. If you have something to do, you have to enlighten it. Even if you're not very good in time management, which is very crucial in college universities in particular. If you're not very good at time management and everything, you still can use that as an excuse, and it doesn't matter how much course work you have to do in a week. If you have 1 week to get that done, so be it. If you have a couple of weeks, doesn't matter what the deadline is, you just have to try and meet it. Now, if you know you can't meet it, this is where communication comes into play. If you communicate to your lecturer and say, listen, I can't meet it, this, and can you push it back to da 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 da. You gotta communicate this ahead of time and not wait till last minute to finally do it. You know, because this was when things was online and everything. So, and I will tell you this, online will test your mental strength. And I gotta say, my mental strength is stronger than I imagine. I can, I, I mean, I can say I'm mentally tough. To be a fighter, you have to be mentally tough. That's for sure. To survive whatever is coming. And I can say I've overcome all things. So, yeah. So this is my college experience, part 2. This is my second year. There's some things I haven't said. I might mention it in my part 3. So, that's my video.